Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the productivity tricks on OPPO A6 Pro. Okay, let's open up our settings first. Now let's scroll down until you find accessibility and convenience. And in here we have our windows. Gestures, they are the best things for our productivity and they can boost it. Let's begin with the split view. Let's tap on that. Make sure that it's enabled. In here we have a few ways how we can enter the split view mode. We can do it from the recent tasks. We can do it from the smart sidebar. I'll show you that later. And we can also perform a 3-finger swipe for split view. Let me show you how it works. Maybe let's begin with opening up using the 3-finger gesture. So simply slide to the upside using 3 fingers. Now we need to select the second app that we would like to use in this split screen mode. So in my case, I'll pick the calculator, for example. You can see that both apps are opened at the same time and the screen has been perfectly split in half horizontally. So above we have our notes, down below we have our calculator, and we can take notes and calculate something really fast. We don't need to switch between the apps each time. We can simply do two things at the same time. So we can count and we can quickly start creating notes. Really cool thing and useful feature. Also, if you grab that bar in the middle, you can change the size of the apps, just like that. If you tap on that, you can swap the sides. And you can also save it as an app group. Let's say that we are using notes and calculator really often in the split screen mode, of course. And thanks to that we have created an app group. We don't need to, each time open the first app, then enter the split screen mode, look for the calculator. Now we simply have a shortcut. When I'll tap on that, both apps are opening already in the split view mode. So it is really useful and it can save some time. Okay, I'll close it up for now. So that's when it comes to the split screen mode. Let me also show you how you can enter it from the recent apps. Simply click on those 3 dots and select the split view. Really useful thing. Okay, now let's get back into the settings, accessibility and convenience, and now let's go with the floating window. Okay, down below we have the window control. We can use gestures or the buttons. I'll stick to gestures in my case. If you want, you can launch the tutorial. And above we can again see ways how we can open the app in the floating window. We can swipe down from the notification banner at the top of the screen to turn the current app into a floating window. We can switch from the floating window into the split view mode. And also we can do it from the smart sidebar. And also from the recent apps, I'll show you that. Click on those 3 dots and you can enter the floating window mode. If you grab on the edge of the floating window, you can adjust its size. If you grab those 3 dots on the top edge of the floating window, you can change its position anywhere that you want on the screen. If you click on those 3 dots, you can open this up in the full screen. You can also minimize it. Now it is stacked on the edge. So let's say that, for example, we are surfing an internet and we are taking notes. So we can quickly open it up, type something, and then again minimize it and start surfing again. So floating window is also really useful. It works with various apps. You can see that I can easily launch the Chrome and do my stuff and still have this floating window opened. So it's also a pretty cool thing. And now let's go with the Smart Sidebar. Again, we need to open up Accessibility and Convenience and click on Smart Sidebar. Enable it right in here. You can also adjust this bar. You can change its size. You can see it on the right side of the screen. You can enable auto hide or keep that turned off. You can change the side of this bar, and down below, if you want, you can restore the default settings. All right. Also, I highly recommend enabling the file dock. This thing allows us to copy the text, for example, from the browser, and also images, and we can copy them into our file dock to simply store them in that place, and for example, copy them later and paste it into message that we want to send, or for example, into our notes. I'll show you that in a second, how it works. Okay, so let's open up our sidebar just like that. In here, we can quickly take a screenshot, start screen recording, use the translate function, also really useful app. If you click on all, in here you can see all apps that are supported. And you can also edit your smart sidebar and add more apps. For example, let's add the screen translate. Okay, now if you open and if you click on one of those apps that are on our smart sidebar, they will also open in the floating window, just like that. Now, for example, let's use the translate function. Also really useful. In here you can simply enter the text that you would like to translate. For example, really useful when you are in a foreign country and the people that you want to talk to don't know English, for example. And that's the moment when you should use the conversation mode. It is one of the best modes that we have, also the best apps that we have on our OPPO. In here, simply select the languages and you can start speaking if you tap this button. Click on while using the app, and now you can simply start speaking and everything will be translated. You can see that it's currently translating from English into simplified Chinese. You can click on tap to end, and if you want, you can copy that translation and, for example, paste it into your notes. Okay, now let me show you how that file dock works. Click on Get Started, open it up. Now I will open up the Chrome app, my browser, and let's try to copy some text. Okay, let's say that we have, I don't know, anything, maybe this one, this article. Let's copy some text, simply hold it. Okay. Now, place your finger and hold, and now you can place it on the file dock. Release your finger, and now this text has been successfully copied. It's available in our file dock, and we can, for example, now copy that text and paste it into the notes. I'll show you that in a second, but also let's try to copy some photo. Maybe this one, simply hold. Sometimes there's a chance that it might don't work and the photo might don't want to be grabbed. Sometimes it happens. Or maybe when I'll click on copy, I'll be able to paste it like that. Or maybe not. Weird thing, I thought that copying the photos is also available. Maybe it is. And maybe I'm doing something wrong. Not the floating bar, the file dock. Yes, it says that I can copy the images Maybe it depends on the page from which I'm copying the photo. So let's try maybe that way. There's a chance that the photo needs to be pasted on the page in a different way. Maybe let's try a different article. Maybe something like that. Will it be possible? Again, I don't know why it doesn't want to get copied. So I can try on the row. I don't know why in my case it doesn't want to get copied and it doesn't want to get grabbed. But you can see that the text has been successfully copied. So now let's try to copy it, for example, let's try to paste it into the notes. Let's create a new one. Let's open up the file doc, simply grab it, release it, and everything has been successfully pasted. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.